Tony D and Little Joan with a screenwriter's rant on Dahmer Monster, the Jeffrey Dahmer story. Is that what it's called? I think it's just called Monster, the Jeffrey Dahmer story. Um, it looks pretty crazy and intense. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books, links in the description. Comedy Horror in South Jersey. It's The Pineys, books 1 through 9, available at Amazon.com. Um, so, Dahmer's. I remember the whole Dahmer saga back when it happened, and now it seems like everybody in Hollywood wants to do their own version of this, and it's kind of gross. He's dead. He was killed in prison, but it's. I feel like it's glorifying him to some degree, and that's exactly what a lot of these messed up guys kind of want. I will say this though, this version of it, like the other one, the other couple of them, it was more about just using Dahmer to make the movie. This is actually about how evil he is, and they make him out to be super creepy just in this trailer. So I have to acknowledge the craft here. I mean, the trailer is, yeah, it's nuts. Niecy Nash plays his neighbor. I'm not sure if that's a real person involved in this. And I'm not sure. I mean, I guess it flashes back into Dahmer's life, and I guess he was kind of screwed up. And maybe his family was screwed up. Who knows what book this is based on. But he was crazy. And then this scene, he brings her a present, and it's a sandwich. And Niecy Nash is like, I don't know, I don't want that. I don't know what's in that. And he's just like, it's just meat, eat it. And then, of course, it's showing you various things that he did to kill people. And Molly Ringwald's in it, although I don't think I saw her in the trailer. September 21st, or unless is she Dahmer's mother? Oh, she might be the right age for that. Let's see. Let's go back to that mom scene. See if I can find him and his parents. But yeah, it just looks messed up. It's a series, obviously a limited series. Is that Molly Ringwald? It looks like her. I think that might be her playing the mom. And the character actor on the right, I recognize him. He's been in a lot of stuff. Yeah, so would I watch it? I don't know if I'll watch it. I mean, it looks really well done, though. I'll say that. It looks creepy as F. And the soundtrack is weird, too. There's also a shot of, because they're trying to do the times, trying to show you the time period. So there's a shot of a Jesse Jackson march, which was happening around that time. I'm not sure if he marched specifically for the victims at that time. Maybe he did. But yeah, it looks like a messed up drama. So I assume this is going to follow the events with some fictionalizing with the neighbor, because that would be a way to sort of tie it in. And there's a scene again. I think this is accurate, where she's crying to the cops, I called and I called and I called you and you never came. And that was true, because the cops, what I remember is the cops didn't really care. They just didn't care what was going on. And, in their defense, I forget what city he was in, somewhere out in the Midwest, or near city. It wasn't, I don't think he was in a city, but he was near a city. But, it would be the sort of neighborhoods where the cops there's no excuse for them not answering the calls, because there were some pretty horrific calls when they went back and investigated. Guys who had escaped Dahmer and were injured, but Dahmer managed to get him back into the apartment or whatever, and other things like that. That later, you'd like to think some heads rolled, but at the same time, understand that cops deal with a lot of crazy stuff, and 9 times out of 10, it's just some crazy stuff that happened on a Friday night. Somebody got too drunk and got into an argument, and these cops go to the same areas again and again and again, and the same stuff happens every night, and it's all nuts and stupid and dumb, and so there is some mitigation there, but not a whole lot. Not a whole lot when you consider the crimes, and that's part of the problem with people don't understand. Serial killers are insanely rare. So that you're mad that the cops aren't looking for serial killers, that's like looking for, a meteor. You might stumble upon one, but it's very unlikely that you will. So when one of these guys emerges, one of the reasons they're so hard to catch is, for a while, people just don't know. People just, blame it on other things, and if the guy doing these crimes has any kind of wherewithal to hide them, they get away with it for sometimes a good long while. I think in Dahmer's case, just nobody cared, because I think he was gay, and a lot of the guys he killed were gay, or he had sex with them or whatever, and so it was the sort of situation back then where it was like, oh, we don't care about these guys. They're having sex, and we don't care about the community, kind of thing. But it was pretty monstrous. So I gotta say, it looks really well done. Looks really well done. I don't know at the end of the day what dissecting these events really does for humanity. But I'm speaking as someone who saw the news, and this is kind of like, oh, you're recreating the news for me. For someone who's never heard of the story, it is insane. It is insane. And if you, I shouldn't say if you enjoy this entertainment, but if you like to watch this kind of stuff, this is going to be crazy and intense, I think. So it's on Netflix. Will I watch it? I don't know. September 21st. Oh, that's relatively soon. Maybe. I mean, the 3-act structure. Well, it's gonna be. It's just gonna follow the events for the most part, and then interspersed with moments like with Niecy Nash, which are probably mostly fictional. And then the resolution, well, he eventually gets his comeuppance in prison, but I don't know how long you could do a real drama about this. Once he's caught, it's kind of, most of it's over, So I don't know. I don't know if I could watch it. Maybe some of it. It's a little too much for me. I don't know why they call it a drama series. It really should be a horror series. But I gotta say, it looks really well done. Everything from the cinematography to the acting, to the shots, the music. I think this is something that's put together pretty well. So I think it'll be an enjoyable entertainment if you like creepy stuff and you don't mind it tied too much into the real world, I guess. So, yeah, it's on Netflix. Check it out, I guess. It is Halloween. In 100 years, I mean, a guy like this, the distance will be far enough that, people could talk about him with a little less like, ew, that to me, it feels like I mean, it didn't just happen, but it wasn't that long ago to me. Anyhow, that's it for me, Tony D, and Little Joan. Check us out on Odysee, Bitchute, and Rumble for our more base takes. We'll have a Hollywoke hot take and a news blast. We'll see you in the next one.